beautiful humans. My name is Ariane Andrew.
I'm Matt Dillon, and if you weren't awake before, you are now.
You're damn right.
Welcome to another piping hot episode of Sippin' the Tea, where we
Sip the tea, and I guess
spill that tea. Cutscene. Yes. What's up, little mama? We got mama,
and we got little Glitty.
and we got a Russian royalty, I'll say, is in the house. Sasha Gradiva, many of you know her from her turn at the Grammys where she wore the guns. She's a political activist. She is a singer, an actress, a feminist, and she's my friend. What's up, girl?
Hey, darling. Oh my God, it's been forever.
Thank you for being here.
Of course. Thank you for inviting me.
Yeah, girl.
I love it.
I was following you for a while now.
Our biggest fan.
I am your fan, total fan.
I love it. I love it. I forgot. And you're a yummy mommy, too.
Yes.
Probably the most important thing on that resume.
Yeah.
Baby Uma.
Yes, that's my biggest accomplishment. She's my light.
She is a shining light. A shining light. I guess let's start from kind of the love of music and how you transitioned. And obviously you have duality with Russia and your European markets, but America is a market that you really pushed for a long, long time. I want to talk about the concept of being known a lot for your bold fashion statements. Take us through, let's start at the guns. Bill. Let's start there and work our way forward because you've kind of evolved into that being an art form. Hit it, girl.
Wow, an art form. I like that. I think I'm going to steal it.
Shit, man! Okay, you can take it. You can take it.
Well, with the Grammys, I mean, it just happened. We didn't plan it. I and my team were creative with, what I wanted to wear, what I wanted to tell to the media, and the media haven't heard my message anyway, but it was kind of interesting moment, and it just, happened. It just blew up. No one planned it. We didn't mean to create such a commotion. It just went, on its own. And yeah, this is what happened.
And tell us the concept of the guns, though. What was that? What were you trying to kind of share on that?
So right before, that appearance, oh yes, Mama, come closer to me. So right before the Grammys, I went to the Middle East. It happened right after the war over there, and I was so amazed by young women who were carrying humongous, guns, like, machines. And that image just struck me so, so much that I came back to US and I decided, and Grammy was coming up and I thought, this is what I want to do. Like, I want to actually show people how ridiculous that that looks, a woman wedding dress, I've chosen a wedding dress to accompany that machine gun, just to make it a little more, exaggerated as I like to do things a little bit more exaggerated.
Never.
So, I came dressed like that, and we didn't spend much time, putting it together. But as soon as I walked in the room with media, I was just, torn by everyone. Everyone wanted to talk to me. Everyone wanted to ask what's going on. And what mostly surprised me after, everything, I mean, it went on its own. This image went viral. It's been everywhere, all over the world. But what surprised me that there's no one media who would actually, tell what I told them, what I meant by doing this. And that was kind of amazing.
So what made you decide to, with the genre that you have, what was your, I guess, your influence behind it, deciding to pick the genre of music that you have?
Well, girl, I grew up just on, everything. I mean, I am a big fan of Michael Jackson, and his name I say first just because that's also a statement, as you understand, in the current, in the light of current events, I love Michael Jackson. I think he's a genius. I love Prince. I love George Michael. Oh my God, I'm talking about old people who, passed away. So freaking sad. I love Madonna. She influenced me a lot. I wish I never met her, actually.
Oh, hang on a minute.
Why? Was it the type of thing when you see someone and it's like your idol and then you're like, oh, dang, that's not what I was expecting?
Guys, you have no idea. I mean, I grew up in a small Russian northern city called, you can't even repeat probably the like Syktyvkar, say.
Syktyvkar.
Is that Syktyvkar?
You said that, not me, Chad.
So it was, I would never think that something like that would be, even accessible, just even to look at her, and it just happened. I used to go to Kabbalah Center, I had this spiritual path, and this is where I met her, and I cannot say anything bad about her, but it was just, regular person with her, own stuff, insecurities and all those things, and, it was just a kind of fairy tale for me. She was a Wonder Woman that, so many girls, generations of girls were looking up to.
How is it being a mom? I know you spoke about it earlier, how that's like, she's the light of your life. And for all the moms out there, we want to hear how it is being a mom.
It's amazing. It is very often overwhelming, with the busyness that I have. But you know what? I wouldn't want it any other way. I'm so much happier having my daughter, and she's not. I mean, I don't just love her as my daughter. Obviously, I love her. She's my daughter. Yeah. She was my blood. She's my everything. It's also like she's that kind of people. I mean, she's my people. I don't know. It sounds weird. She's only 3 years old, but man, she's just my people. I know exactly what she thinks about. She's very much like me, but more.
And she only 3, Chad.
Yeah.
It's developing. And then the round 2 of Sasha Gradiva's coming back.
She's so into fashion. She tries my heels on. She takes my dresses. She loves makeup. I'm just, I'm so happy that I have her.
How do you find blending the career, though, and having a child? Like, how do you find, obviously she's priority, but like you're on the road, you're back and forth to Russia, you have a career, you're performing. That's a lot to kind of juggle.
Yeah, we spend 1/3 of the time in LA, we spend 1/3 in Moscow, and a few months in Europe. So this is how we share our time right now. And I try to travel with her as much as I can. And, it's kind of difficult, but not so difficult. Do not do it, I mean, and you know what? Every time when I'm away from her, it doesn't feel good, And the more time is passing, the more I feel this way. I always want to be with her. Always.
I would hope so.
We Skype every day, and 1 week is my limit. I cannot do longer. No.
I love it. I think it's like that bond and being able to show her the world through your eyes. Yeah. It's such a fascinating thing to be able to do that.
And you, Matt, is one of the first people actually who held her when she was little nugget.
Oh, little nugget.
Yeah.
I love that word.
Yeah.
It's crazy. It's crazy to think back to then and now look at your Instagram and see how she's grown and how she's kind of...
How much personality she has.
Girl, she got way too much personality for a 3-year-old. You're in trouble. You're in trouble.
Everyone says that, yes.
But you'll be good. I think you're going to you continue to thrive there. I want to kind of touch on, because the development that we started with the Grammy Guns in terms of the Hollywood Hills projects. Now, if people haven't seen or heard of this, it is so timely with the Me Too movement, and it's very kind of it's very slapstick. But if you go past the slapstick and the comedic tone there's something major message there. So share with the viewers and give us an insight into, the creation of that, because the quality of it looks like like a big budget film. It's spectacular.
Thank you so much. We actually, collaborating with a few amazing companies here in LA. And after creating that film, it's a music video and it's a film, art film. We are in talks with, very good production company here because they liked. This is my debut as a director, also.
Oh, that's awesome.
I mean, I don't know. I guess I just didn't find a director who would be, pushing those crazy ideas.
That wasn't you. I mean, that's fantastic, though. It's another tick in your box.
Thank you. So, yes, I like the genre of grotesque humor, and some people see some, kind of comics in that, and that's fine too. I just feel that what we're experiencing right now is a new wave of feminism, and in that regard, I admire a lot Amber Rose. And a lot of people tell me like, oh, Amber Rose, come on, she's this and she's that.
Rose.
You know what? I think down the line, later on, people will remember her as the biggest activist, not Kim Kardashian, probably, because, what she stands for, she creates a revolution. With this movement, I don't know if you heard the slut walk.
We've actually attended the slut walk on a few occasions. Yeah.
Wow.
Exactly.
Actually, you know what? I would love to be, happen to be in LA during that time because I would love to collaborate with her. I think she's incredible thinker, and a lot of people see her as, this Hollywood girl, and she's, so sexy, and she's like so, but this, what she stands for is it's incredible because older feminism, they took away. I mean, I think they achieved a few things, but they took away from women more than they actually achieved. And what she's doing right now is, I think it's just the right balance. This is what we as women should want from the society. Respect us for who we are, because this is who we are. And we shouldn't be scared to be sexy.
Exactly.
And we shouldn't be scared to, and be judged for this or that. I mean, and look how double standards in the society work. And you know what? In 50 years from now, we'll be looking at times right now and we'll be thinking, hey, like that was so not right.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, just like, I don't know, 70 years ago, women, weren't allowed this, and this. See how many things we're not allowed still now. I mean, look, men are free to express their sexuality, and it's cool. It's not cool everywhere for women. It's still not equal. We still have very long way to go to achieve that equality.
Yeah, and I think what it is though for Amber Rose is that because she calls it the slut walk, and because slut has like a negative connotation, that's why people say, oh, it's negative. But if people actually did their research and saw what it was that she was doing, she's saying that women do have rights, like respect women. But people are just so quick to hop on the bandwagon. That's why she's not given the credit for what she's actually trying to change in the society for women. So
absolutely,
that's what you did. When we first heard about the slut walk, we were like, it does have a shock value, but she's a smart marketer, and she knows what's going to get the attention.
Exactly.
But when you peel behind the curtain, there's so much depth to what she does, and I see a lot of definitely synergy in what you're doing.
Absolutely. And I think later on, like say in 10 years, we actually, as some people who are writing down like what's happening in the society, culture-wise. And I think she's a very important element to pop culture, to female world. She's a very important element. I think she's more important than Kim Kardashian, because nothing. Seriously.
Sorry,
Seriously.
Kim. Bye, bitch. Bye. I I agree. I agree with you.
I mean, I know every woman has their own thing. I can't knock him because she's done her situation. I think that what if anything, as women, we all just have to embrace each other and embrace each other's differences and stay strong together. And together we all win.
Uplift.
Yeah.
Uplift. As humanity, we need to do that more than ever now.
Absolutely.
Women, men, children, everything. We need to come together.
But Amber Rose is the first one who basically says, you know, why we're judging, you know, this sexuality in women and why we don't judge it in men.
I definitely
Because
agree.
men are, you know, there's no, you know, women are forced to act this way because to get further in, you know, in the ladder of, you know, any career, especially in entertainment career, you have to exaggerate those things and, you know, put it out. And then we are being judged for that too. So it's just so incredibly difficult to be a woman nowadays because we just have to be just about everything. You know, women have to be geniuses to, you know, to survive.
But girl, we're going to change that because we're going to keep doing us and pushing forward and say that women rule the world. No disrespect to the men out there. No disrespect to the men out there. But, you know, as Matt said, I think if we all just kind of like come together and, you know, I think the world would be a better place.
Kindness.
Absolutely,
You know?
absolutely.
Kindness.
And this is what I was talking about at Asian World Film Festival, where my film was nominated also. It was nominated in Cinema Best Actress. It won Best Director and
That means you won,
Boca.
girl.
Yes, I actually got an award first time in my life as a director. It was so surreal.
That's so amazing.
I mean, I was just blown away. I mean, I didn't expect it. I just wanted to create this video because I had, you know, a particular vision, and I didn't know anyone who would execute this vision as I saw it.
Because it was deep, like it was rooted in your blood. And
Exactly.
I think that's like great advice. You've just completed a film that this was your baby. You did that as your baby on your own terms. And I think in life, you have to take a jump.
Yeah.
You have to just do. And you're proof of that every time you recreate a concept. When you talk about Madonna and what have you, it's like you are constantly kind of keeping that cog going with the different ideas. And I'm sure you've got a million more ideas in the
I do.
in the wheelhouse.
I do.
I was like somewhere in that cell there.
They're in the making.
You're like, we'll catch you in December, January. I mean, it's great to see creativity come out in any form.
Totally.
And ask questions and have people talking, and you know what I mean? I think that's what you do really well. You buzz it so people, you know how to tap into the psyche of a culture and like make them examine and make them look. And you do that through things that you love.
Through pop culture. I'm a fan of pop culture, anything, you know, fashion, music, now creating, you know, films, and this is what I'm going to continue doing. My new video, it's in Russian though, but you know, it's kind of interesting. I shot it in a women's prison in Moscow. Yeah, with real women prisoners.
Wow.
Yeah, it was, I mean, the process was amazing and it just went so smooth. I never in my life had such a smooth, you know, process.
Girl.
They're trained.
I was like, bitch, let's
But
go.
I like that concept though. That's a dope
So
concept.
I'll just give you some heads up. So half
Spill
of,
some tea, girl.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
Spill it, girl.
yeah.
Girl
So
and girl action.
yeah.
Yes. Girl, yeah.
Well, no.
I know who you wanted to get cast because I think you got a little girl crush on Amber Rose, girl.
She fascinates me. You know, she fascinates me not just as a you know a pop culture hero. She fascinates me for what she has inside of her. You know, like her message.
I know.
And I have deepest respect for you know, people who are in pop culture and they actually stand for something.
1000%. Yeah.
Now that on the head.
Yeah. I think we need a little cheersies on that one.
Yeah,
And
I like that.
Another little cheersies. And for, everyone out there who, doesn't know you and you want people to follow your journey and follow everything and watch your space, look right there and tell everybody where to follow you at.
Bam, right there, girl.
So hey guys, you can find me on Instagram. It's at Sasha Gradiva. You can find me on YouTube. I sometimes on Facebook, but Instagram is the main source. So I'm every day there with stories, with some updates. See you there, guys.
That sounds inviting. I'll be there. RSVP me. Thank you.
You guys can follow me across the board at Ariane Andrew and this little nugget right here at Glitty Glit.
You can find me at Matt Dillon 1983 and The Beast is Asleep. Sasha, thank you so much for sharing your story with us today and also your positivity with the world.
Thank you, guys. I didn't know it's going to be so insightful, but
You never know what happens on this couch, Chad.
Okay, guys.
Thank you.
Until next week, we'll see you guys on Sippin' the Tea.
Bye.
Yeah, you got the wrong number. Click.